There should not be people still dying with 50 pages to go. Alright, hello my fellow readers and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying a read new blank with me. Okay, and then today is a genre, and that genre is thriller and mystery. We'll see how this goes at the end of 3 to 4 books. I'm a little unsure. Alright, I'm going to be starting with The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark, which is V.E. Schwab and Kat Clark. It's a collaboration. I've heard this is more literary fiction, so I think I want to start with this only because this will kind of be like a nice bridge into the genre, because I'm definitely not someone who typically reads mysteries or thrillers. So I'm excited, and I've heard this isn't like too scary, so I feel like I'll be okay. But I guess we're both gonna find out. Okay, I'm not very far. I think I've read 18 pages. But I'm gonna try to get some of it done tonight. But I don't know how, because I'm kind of tired today, so I don't know how much I'm gonna get read, but I'm gonna try. I just like don't want to read in the beginning. I don't like reading while I'm tired. I mean, I don't like reading when I'm tired anyway, but I think in the beginning it's really important to have like a clear mind, because it's kind of setting everything off. So, yeah, that's my plan. Don't want to make you yawn. Yeah, like I said, I'm just like, it's like 7:41 and I feel like I could go to sleep right now. It's pretty insane, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm probably not. I'll probably catch up with you guys in the morning just so that, I don't know, because I feel like it's not going to be exciting to watch me read tonight. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with my hair right now, but anyway, it's currently 8:30 in the morning, on a Thursday, so I don't work today, which is nice, but I normally am still at the gym. I did go to the gym this morning and I attempted it, and then I said, yeah, that's just not gonna happen. Oh man. The joys of having a chronic illness and living with one. But the plan is to just rest and relax today. My brain fog isn't too bad, so I think I can get a lot of this book read. But we'll see. We shall see. I should probably go make breakfast, but I'm not quite ready yet, so here we are. I gotta do something with my hair, but I'll deal with that in a second. Anyway, that's what's happening, so I'm sure you'll see me reading here and there today. Alright, hello. I accidentally just deleted all of my footage that I've filmed. Not that I had much anyway, but it's fine. I'm gonna try to get halfway through this book. I feel like this is as slow as I've read a book in a hot second, and I'm not hating it. I don't love it, because I don't know. I don't love it, but it is what it is. I've been really tired the last couple of days. Like, you should see the bottles that have piled up that I need to wash tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get halfway done. I am at about 1:42. It's currently 8 o'clock, so it's not like super late or anything. Is like everything like freaking out technology wise today? But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try to get halfway through, which would be, trying to do math. Like, I think halfway would be close to 170, so like 30-ish pages. Clearly I'm tired, but anyway, let's do this. Okay, so I got to page 187, which is... I don't want to give any spoilers away, but yeah. I'm over halfway now. I'd love a car not zooming by. That's annoying. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here because I am just getting tired and I'd rather read it when I'm not tired, if that makes sense. So I will definitely be reading this tomorrow. I don't know if I'll read in the morning or whatever. I'm gonna go to the gym. I haven't decided that yet, so we'll see what ends up happening. Okay, we find ourselves back here. Um, I woke up. I was like gonna try to go to the gym, but then I didn't go to bed till midnight because I was like up reading a different book. So I was like a book I found on my Kindle, so I like started it and finished it last night, and I was like, okay, like I guess. And then I woke up and it was like 6:30, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't like to go to the gym. Like that's late to me because I normally go to the gym at like 6. So by the time it was 7, it's 7 right now. I was like, yeah, no. I had to clean all of my bottles because they were like all dirty. So anyway, yeah, I had to clean all these. But anyway, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna watch the Once Upon a Time Zone podcast while I am reading said book. So let's go. Okay, I have about 50 pages left. And let me tell you something. Why is there so much death in this book? There should not be people still dying with 50 pages to go, in my opinion. But anyway, let me buckle up and finish this because I would like to finish this book now because I am now over it. So I just finished this book. I don't think this is really reflective of the mystery horror genre. This is very much like literary fiction with a touch of killing in it. Like, to be honest with you, like that's what this is. I didn't hate it. The thing about it though, and I'm gonna set this down to try to explain this. So it basically feels a lot like a television show. It's like nothing happens and then like a lot happens and then nothing happens, and then a lot happens and then nothing happens and then a lot happens. Like that's kind of the pattern, and that is more reflective of a television show than a book. And I don't think that's a bad thing, because I know Kat Clark is one of the authors as well as V.E. Schwab. Kat Clark is a screenwriter. So that makes a lot of sense, like, just as, like, a screenwriter. But this, to me, was not really reflective of the genre at all, but also, I don't really know if this was, like, for me. I don't think it was bad. I just think it took me a long time to get through. And that's not typically how I read. But, you know, I'm glad I read it. I would say this doesn't put me off the genre, so that's a good thing. Alright, so the next one that I'm going to read is a mystery. So while it's not technically horror, mystery and horror are kind of like interchangeable, at least at bookstores. So yeah, I'm going to be reading Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I didn't read a Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Why can I not say that? Anyway, I have hope for this, especially because, yeah, the last one was just a little bit of a slog for me. Anyway, I'm hoping that this one is a little bit more fast moving, just because it is a mystery, so we're actually, like, doing something. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, I'm gonna get started on this. I'm gonna watch some playoff hockey, and then I'm gonna read this, and yeah. Okay, so I am about 100, how many pages? 150 pages? 53 pages into this book. I will say this keeps you on, I feel like I just want to keep reading it. It's very interesting. I want to know who did it, which I think is exactly what I needed. I feel like my reading has been a little bit slowed down just based on the books that I've been reading, and I really wanted something fast-paced. So I'm very grateful to pick this one up. I do think the next one I have in this little, like, 3-book kind of saga, which are all 3 different types of books in some ways, the next one is going to be the hardest one, I have a feeling. But this one I'm really enjoying. It is currently 8:20. So I'm going to stay up for another, like, 30, 40 minutes and get some more read. I don't know how much that's going to be, but I guess you're going to find out. I'm going to find out. All of that. Okay, so it's almost 10 o'clock. Definitely stayed up later than I should have. But I finished this book because once I started, I could not put it down. I was hooked. I wanted to know who killed her. So I got my answer. I will say I definitely like this over, um, oh my gosh, what is that book? The Ending Writes Itself. Because I like the murder, like the mystery of this. I liked that we were moving forward to solve something. And so for me, that just works in like these type of novels. I will see. We'll see after the next one. I think I will say out of this experiment, one of the reasons why I really wanted to do this experiment and like try out a different genre is to really see how I felt about the genre. Because I get really stuck in like certain, like just one thing that I really liked, and I don't really venture out. And I know that within a genre, there's so many subgenres that I really wanted to try out different things. So I really tried to be very intentional about what I was reading throughout this. And yeah, so I'm happy about this. The ending right itself was just, I don't know. Like it didn't do much for me. I didn't feel like I liked the thrill of this. I liked my brain kind of working to figure out who the killer was based on the like clues that we got. I liked that more than I just liked, oh, these people are writing, there's death going on. At least in my opinion. So, great read. Loved it. I don't know how to rate it because I haven't read too many murder mysteries, but I'm gonna rate it in between a 4.25 and a 4.5. Because I think I'm gonna have to sit with this one for sure. But now it's bedtime because it is 10 o'clock and I do have to get up kind of early to go to the gym tomorrow. So let's do that. Okay, hello. I have no idea what my hair is doing. This is how it wanted to part today. So don't love it, but it is what it is. So the last book in this horror mystery genre that I'm going to be reading is not Nothing Tastes as Good. Wow, I couldn't even read today. So I have started this. I have about 100 pages left. I started this before and during while I was at the gym. Um, when I say that I was reading on the elliptical, I was not like reading while I was strength training. I don't know why I always have to preface that, but yeah. Um, I will say I don't think this is going to be for me. Um, like obviously I'm getting through it and I have my own opinions on it. But I would say I love a mystery more than I love gore. I think this is such a interesting conversation about society and the Ozempic craze and the GLP-1 craze. Because while GLP-1s are super helpful for a lot of people, people that should not be taking them are taking them. And I like that about this book. Obviously, if you don't know me or have never seen me, or actually, I don't really talk about this, I have lost 100 pounds. I lost about 115 at my lowest, and now I'm like at 100 and like, or 120, and then now I'm back to like 100. So I've gained about 20 pounds. I did that all while not being on Ozempic or anything. It's just, yeah, I've gained weight. Don't love that, but I also am just not really worried about it right now. But I feel like when I think of that, and I have no judgment towards anyone that has taken Ozempic or a GLP-1, it was just not my journey, and that's okay. But I do think I can see where the author's kind of coming from in terms of like the obsession with weight and the obsession with just like taking these meds. And I understand from the character's perspective why he would want to lose weight. Like I could see it from all angles. I'm just like not really into cannibalism, so I just like reading that. Not for me, but obviously I've gotten through it pretty quickly. So I will finish that this morning after I have, my breakfast and get myself fully ready because it's 9:30 and I've yet to have breakfast. I That's kind of my update for now. Obviously this is the last book and I'll kind of give you like my idea of like the genre when I finish it and all of that along with the like kind of review of this book. Yep, that's what's happening. And you'll see me when I'm finishing up this book next. Okay, why am I cut off? What is this? Okay. I guess I could just lower my chair. Um, today. Anyway, I have breakfast in front of me, but I'm also gonna sip my coffee. Is that a sign that I haven't had enough coffee? Because like, wow, that's language. This is very much indeed coffee. Um. Anyway, it's actually cold brew. I should clarify. But I think I'm going to read a little bit, eat some, read a little bit, eat some, so y'all see that. You know, it's gonna be one of those days. I have work later, so I do want to finish this because honestly, this book is a lot. So, like, I want to finish it. And then also, I can wrap up this video because it's the last book, and I want to give you my thoughts on the genre, all of that kind of stuff. So, let's do it. Okay, as you saw, I just finished this book. I will say it was not very gory. I thought I was in for like a lot more descriptive writing, but there is not a ton of descriptive writing. So I wouldn't be fearful of that. I think coming from someone who has struggled with weight her whole life, still to this day I still have my moments, but I think it's I think this book was a little tough at times for me because I think reading it from his perspective of like someone who just desperately will do anything to lose weight is just really hard. I also think this is such a conversation about weight loss medications, and I don't think there's anything wrong with taking weight loss medications by any means. But I just think it was such a conversation about that that is hard to kind of ignore or like not bring that fact up. So that's what I'll say. Also, every time I put this up, it like changes because this book is white. But I just really, I don't really know what my thoughts are per se on the book because I think, again, it's like, this is not really the type of book I typically would read. And I also think it's just like, it was really thought provoking about the lengths people go to lose weight. And again, nothing wrong with those lengths. Do you, I'm gonna do me, we're all gonna be fine. But I think because of that, it was just kind of mind-boggling as you're reading it. But I think with that being said, I'm gonna rate it 3 stars because again, I don't really know how to rate a book like this because I've never read anything like this, but also like it made me think, but I don't think I would want to go through the experience again. So it's gonna be between a 3 and a 3.5. Probably it'll probably be a 3.25. Again, I didn't really think it was gory. I heard some people say it was really gory, but I didn't really think it was. Maybe at the end it was a little gory, but it wasn't like the writing wasn't super descriptive. That's what I'm trying to really get at. So, which I said. So, yeah. In terms of the genre, the kind of first question that I'm going to do every time I do these series is, what did I like? Well, I liked branching out. I definitely liked the mystery part of them all, comparative to the other 2 that I read, which I read The Ending Writes Itself, Not Quite Dead Yet, and Nothing Tastes as Good. I will say out of those 3, I personally preferred Not Quite Dead Yet. Not Quite Dead Yet. There you go. What did I dislike? I don't know if I really disliked anything. I think it was just maybe they were not my vibe. I would say The Ending Writes Itself was kind of just boring to me, so that's probably what I disliked. It was just, the plot wasn't moving. Whereas, like, even though, like, I was not a huge fan of Nothing Tastes as Good, like, in terms of just, like, the cannibalism of it all, I still did, like, the plot still did move, and I did want to keep reading because I was like, curious where we were going to end up. But, and Not Quite Dead Yet, I loved. Like, such a good book. Kept me thinking, kept me moving, all of that. But, yeah, I think I liked the pace of most of these books. But what I didn't like is, like, the pace of one of them. Yeah. Would I read this genre again? Yes, but I probably would stick to mystery more than I would stick to gore. I don't really know how to even categorize The Ending Writes Itself because it wasn't really a mystery because we were not searching for a killer, and it wasn't really horror because it wasn't like, it didn't feel suspenseful in any way. I didn't feel like I was on edge. Like, I didn't really feel anything really at all. I think I was just bored. And Not Quite Dead Yet, I loved because I loved that we were like, it was a mystery, and so we were just trying to always like think we were always working towards a goal. And I think for me, I'd prefer to read mystery, but never say never. I might read something completely different. But I think probably from this genre, like of horror, thriller, mystery, I probably would stick to mystery. That's at least my thought process on it. But yeah, that is my thoughts on the horror, thriller, mystery genre. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Bye!